What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Wrath2501 here. Okay, guys, this looked interesting just right off the bat, alright? This is another Batman Contingency Plan by Multiversal Wisdom. This is Batman Contingency Plan's Monokuma. Alright, so I was very interested in this one. This is like, he's like one of the weirder anime characters. That stupid bear thing. Anyway, so let's see what we got here. See what Batman's plan is against this freak. And, you know, all the cast in this show and the game, they're all a bunch of freaking weirdos. Anyway, let's get started here and go.
Japan has always been a hotspot for odd and surreal cases.
You think?
Ever since I first donned the cape and cowl, I've found this part of the world uniquely fascinating and uniquely troubling.
So have a lot of people.
Recently, there's been a disturbing pattern. Talented teenagers, or as the kidnappers call them, ultimates, vanishing without a trace, only to reappear in isolated nightmarish scenarios orchestrated by a sadistic entity known as Monokuma. This case has my full attention, not merely for its brutality, but because it's a cycle. The mastermind responsible has succeeded repeatedly in kidnapping groups of promising young people, forcing them into a perverse game where their only way out is murder. The rules of this game are simple, yet devastating.
Isn't that Donut Girl?
Once a murder occurs, survivors participate in a class trial to find the culprit. Correctly identifying the murderer results in their execution. Failure means the killer escapes, and everyone else dies. Statistically speaking, survival rates are extremely low, hovering around single-digit percentages. It's not just brutal, it's efficient. The mastermind
exactly
doesn't
efficient.
dirty their own hands. Instead, they exploit human nature, fear, and mistrust.
Well, that's not hard to do.
Monokuma itself appears as a deceptively harmless bear, split between innocent white and sinister black, an obvious symbolism of innocence corrupted. Its primary abilities are psychological manipulation and constant surveillance. Nothing escapes its watchful gaze, facilitated by omnipresent cameras and a complex AI-driven system, often remotely controlled by an unseen puppeteer. Monokuma is physically resilient, existing in multiple robotic bodies, making direct confrontation problematic. Few know that beneath its clownish exterior lies sophisticated programming capable of cruel and detailed psychological warfare.
I don't really know
its
about
manipulations
the
go beyond basic fear
tactics.
Monokuma pushes its victims to their moral breaking points, engineering circumstances that practically force betrayal and murder. I can't ignore the similarities to the infamous Jigsaw murders. Both thrive on manipulation, though their motives differ fundamentally.
Okay, I'm going to have to talk to Walker about this one, because he loves Jigsaw, so I don't know. Let's see how he feels about this one.
Jigsaw sought twisted moral enlightenment, a perverse form of hope through brutality.
Yeah.
Monokuma, however, worships despair, thriving on breaking spirits. The crucial difference lies in their end goal. Monokuma doesn't seek redemption, only ruin. To confront Monokuma, certain strategies must be employed carefully. Firstly, I must have portable electromagnetic pulse EMP devices on me at all times. Monokuma relies heavily on electronic surveillance and remote operation. Disrupting its technology could leave it blind and vulnerable. However, disabling Monokuma electronically introduces another threat. With its systems impaired, Monokuma could manipulate hostages into attacking, turning innocents into unwilling assassins. This isn't hypothetical. If pushed, Monokuma will leverage victims' fear and desperation.
That's true.
I must be ready to subdue these manipulated innocents non-lethally. Additionally, there is the troubling possibility of explosives strapped to hostages, remotely triggered as a last resort. Therefore, signal jammers capable of interfering with such devices are essential. Yet Monokuma's greatest strength, its relentless pursuit of despair, ironically becomes its most glaring weakness. Despair is powerful, but predictable. It blinds those who wield it, obscuring their ability to perceive its natural counter. Hope. Hope, unlike despair, isn't immediately apparent. It requires effort, discipline, and patience to uncover. Monokuma believes despair is absolute, and that's its mistake. By understanding this psychology, I can exploit it. My discipline, my resilience, these are my greatest tools against Monokuma. By appearing vulnerable or feigning despair, I can bait Monokuma into making mistakes,
You know, it's funny because Batman has literally done this exact shit, even in the animated series. He has literally done this exact shit.
Exposing vulnerabilities it wouldn't otherwise reveal. My plan revolves around psychological countermeasures as much as technological ones. Wayne Tech can
Batman's good
Monokuma's
at psychological manipulation,
pinpointing the location of its mastermind. Isolation protocols must be enacted swiftly to limit Monokuma's influence. Every step must be measured, precise, and relentless. Ultimately, this contingency plan hinges on a comprehensive approach. EMP disruption, psychological warfare, hostage safety protocols, and tracing Monokuma's puppet master. Neutralizing the mastermind behind Monokuma permanently dismantles the cycle. Perhaps after this, I'll seek a change of scenery. I've dealt with enough madmen spreading chaos and despair. It would be refreshing to confront someone with a different philosophy entirely. Someone devoted to genuinely spreading hope rather than madness or despair. And preferably, not someone as morally impaired as Jigsaw, who warped hope into a justification for cruelty. But until then, Monokuma remains an immediate threat, one that requires every ounce of my focus. Because in this game, despair must never win.
Okay. So this is good. Well, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a good one. Like this video, subscribe. Definitely click on the link to the original in the description. Like the original and subscribe to Multiversal Wisdom. And don't forget to subscribe to me before you go, guys. And remember, I'm trying to get this channel to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year to keep giving YouTube a big middle finger and all the shit they give me. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Tune in every day for new content. Bye-bye.